Hello, my writers. Last type of sentence this week called feeling sentences. Feeling sentences are sentences that show feeling or emotion, and they end in an exclamation point. So let me show you what that looks like. An exclamation point, or sometimes you hear an exclamation mark. That looks like the long line down with a dot at the end. Almost like an upside down I, doesn't it? It looks like it. Okay, let me show you again. Long line down with a period underneath. That's an exclamation mark or an exclamation point. I always look at it, it reminds me of like a person, like they're excited and so they're jumping up and down. They're so excited. They're showing feeling. So we're going to look at a picture that I have today and we're going to talk about how we can write feeling words to go along with it. Or remember, feeling or shows excitement about something. So I have a little picture here. It's not all that big and it's probably a little hard to see. These are supposed to be cheerleaders and they're cheering for a game, and you can see over here there's a football game going on. So if you ever see cheerleaders, they show a lot of feeling and emotion when they're cheering. So some of the things that they might be saying with feeling is way to go. Now they're not saying it like way to go. If you said it like that, it doesn't really show feeling, does it? Way to go. If you go, way to go, that's showing feeling or emotion. And when we want to show feeling or emotion with our writing, we write it with an exclamation point. Way to go. It gets that exclamation point at the end. Okay? Now, they could also be saying other things, just like super. But instead of saying super, they're going super because they're excited. Super. What if they make a point? They're not going to just go score. They're going to go score. Okay, so capital letter, the exclamation point at the end. Okay. Other things like great job. They're saying it with feeling. They're not just going to say great job. Okay. Showing feeling means we get an exclamation mark. Great job. Okay. Awesome. Okay. All things that show feeling. Now, feeling sentences sometimes look almost like a command sentence. For example, what if they were telling the other team they wanted them to stop? Are they just going to go, stop? Are they going to go, stop? Probably, stop, right? So when we say it like that, even though we saw something like this on the command sentence, command is just telling somebody without any feeling. When we are doing feeling sentences, okay, it means you're showing emotion. Stop! Okay, you're shouting it. You're putting emotion into it. It gets an exclamation mark. Okay, so these are some feeling sentences. Notice they all start with a capital, the spaces between the words, and they have an exclamation mark at the end. Now, one of the things I really want to say about exclamation marks is we don't use them a whole lot. Okay, that's one of the things I find in writing. It's hard because you want to use exclamation points all over. You're like, I have feeling with everything. But when we're doing a lot of our writing in first grade, we're not always using the exclamation mark. We're not always showing feeling. Most of the time, we are using our telling sentences in first grade. We're telling about things. Okay, so we want to use our exclamation mark sparingly. That means we don't want to use it all the time. We want to hold on to it and only use it when we're really showing feeling and emotion. Okay, we don't use it on all of our papers. Okay, I want to just remind us of that as we're doing our writing, that this feeling sentences are a type of sentence, but we don't use them in all of our writing. We use it sparingly, only when we are showing real feeling. Okay, think about how I was saying these things. Way to go! Score! Okay, Those are real big feelings, okay? Not all the time. All right, boys and girls, I want you to practice on a piece of paper. You can draw a picture if you want to go along with it, but you don't have to. And you want to show those feeling sentences. Think about how things that you might say with feeling. Maybe you want to pretend that you're at a game. All right, happy writing.